my fellow enthusiasts. I just want to share with you something that I came across when I first started getting into personal development and growth back in the late 90s. It was a quote by Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale said this: if you will spend 1 hour a day for 5 years in the thing that you enjoy most, then you will become an expert at that. Think about that. 1 hour a day for 5 years equals expert. So I took that to heart. I have probably spent more than 1 hour a day over the past 20 years, since those late 90s, learning about how to help people get from where they are to where they want to be, helping them climb to their God-given potential. I can remember in the year 2000 when my wife and I were married, we were young and in love and broke. And I was running a ministry where I was paid completely through donations, and not only that, I had just started the ministry, so we had not built up a donation base yet. And one day I looked at her and I said, you know, I think we ought to buy at least one audio on personal development a month. And I looked at her and I said, you think we could afford that? And she looked back at me and she goes, can we afford not to? That kicked it off. Now we've probably got thousands of dollars worth of audios and books where we have worked on ourselves to develop ourselves. Why? Because that feeds our enthusiasm. It fuels our enthusiasm. It gets us going. It's what excites us. Not only have we spent 1 hour a day, but we've spent more than 1 hour a day. Just last year, I was taking a series of classes through the National Speakers Association, learning how to perfect my craft. I've been speaking for over 20 years. I love it. I'm good at it, but I want to get even better. And so I got involved in these classes. The thing about these classes, they were almost 3 hours away. Every time I went to class, that's almost 6 hours out of my day. And when I first signed up, the leaders of the class were concerned that I would miss so many classes because I was so far away that I wouldn't get the full value out of it. There were 10 sessions. I made it to all 10 sessions. Not only that, I was the only one in the class to make it to all 10 sessions. Why? Because it fueled my enthusiasm. That's what I'm about. I am a speaker. I am a coach. And so if I can learn to do those things better, I do everything I can to learn how to do those better. My encouragement to you is to find your one thing. What's your one thing that fuels your enthusiasm, that you could very easily spend at least 1 hour a day for the next 5 years pouring yourself into that? I'm not talking about work. I'm not talking about building up your willpower to be able to do something. I'm talking about finding what it is that you're passionate about that fuels your enthusiasm so much that you want to do it. You cannot see yourself not doing it. What is that one thing? And I encourage you to spend at least 1 hour a day. If it fuels your enthusiasm, that should be very, very easy. Spend at least 1 hour a day over the next 5 years in that subject, and you will become an expert in that subject. Do what it takes. Find out what that is and put in the time and effort to become the expert that God created you to be. And remember to fuel your enthusiasm.